Welcome back to another review of Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi Chapter 6. Are you ready? Let's get it. So we start off with Nihon waking up to a very intense pose of fucking Jack Joe over here. But in all actuality, Jack is just waking up because he's very late for something very important. As he gets up and realizes that the time is very late, he is kind of disappointed that Jack didn't wake him up. But Jack is telling him, bro, I just did wake you up. Like, what the hell? As Nihon getting ready to go somewhere, Jack can't wait to see Kiyoshi again, since they're all in the same frame group right now. As they're running, we get a brief summary of who Nihon, Jack, and Kiyoshi is, and pretty much what happened in the previous chapters coming up all the way to today's date. Coming to both Nihon and Jack realization that demons have a bad reputation, but at the same time they also can be good too. And while they just met Kiyoshi, they trust in Kiyoshi to not harm Jack, even though they know that he is an exorcist. And that's where we also get to realize in this page that where they're going is not necessarily school, but to go and visit Nihon's mother, who is currently in the hospital. Even Jack going as far as to saying that it's been a very long time since we get to see her mother. Then while running, they eventually stop at a very black silhouette right here of a mysterious character. And those people are not just one, but two individuals. One of them that we know, who is Sosuke Hitsugi, and this specific person who we'll later find out. And they're here to find a specific demon. That specific demon is Jack, because in the previous chapter when we saw them, we saw that they were sensing something they were sensing a strong presence in this very city. To Nihon and Jack's confusion, they think that they're debt collectors, not knowing that these are exorcists ready to exorcise Jack. We then pan to Kiyoshi, who is currently in class thinking about an exorcist, and look to his side and realize that Nihon and Joe are not there at being late as always. He was just kind of like bored because he really wanted to talk about this manga right here that they want to that they hooked him up on. While Kiyoshi is appreciating the fact that he feels like a high schooler, a random classmate in the background was asking for Nihon, and then another class member was telling him, yeah, he was running about very fastly. That caught Kiyoshi's mind and have a little concern for Nihon and Jack. Then we pan to Nihon and Jack running for their lives as Jack seemed to be severely damaged. While in mid-run, Nihon coming to the realization that those guys that they met were clearly of bad news, because he doesn't know, or at least he knows now, that there are exorcists ready to exorcise demon. And then all of a sudden, the blonde-haired one that we see right here immediately caught up to them in mid-run. Then the blonde-haired exorcist right here did an attack directly at Jack's neck, looks like it, and Jack immediately fell on the ground. Nihon, witnessing this shit, don't really know what to do, is screaming out that you're gonna kill him, only for the blonde-haired exorcist to just not give a shit, because that's his job. If anything, he's more confused because it's like, bro, we're trying to save you from something that is clearly a demon. Now, this will be a very important time to go click this specific live stream that I made for Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi chapter 5 through 8 that I did, because I called it in between one of these chapters. I fucking called it. And what I called is that Jack Joe is not no regular demon. Jack Joe is our further name. Jack Joe Nielbana is not only just no unordinary demon. He is a demon lord, one of the highest ranking members of the 13 clubs of the demon lords. And also in the same page, we officially get the name of this specific character, and his name is Sugiri Hijiri, which is a very it's a tongue twister, but just bear with me. And not only he is an exorcist, he is one of the highest ranking of exorcists across Paladin, so he is top rank. And he is just curious of somebody of that caliber, a high demon lord who is on the surface and has not killed a human. He is curious of what plan he's making in this moment, while as he grabbed Nihon by the mouth and tell him to shut the fuck up. While Jack is saying Nihon's name, Hisugi is with the fucking 1911 in the back of the head, ready to blast his brains out, convinced that Jack tricked this kid and said he's no longer fooling anybody. Meanwhile, Jack is literally trying to tell him, I am not doing that shit. That it's not what you think. I'm actually a good demon. But fucking Sosuke he's not hearing none of that shit. And before he was able to pull the trigger, Nihon rushes in to save Jack. As Nihon is screaming to both the exorcists that I swear he won't do anything. He won't hurt anyone. I'm begging you, don't kill him. Sosuke is looking at this shit. I'm like, listen, I don't know what you two got going on right here, but we're trying to do our job and you're fucking this up, kid. And fucking Sugiri is just face palm this dude into concrete. Just like he is sick of his shit right now. With Jack very hurt and concerned about Nihon after he's got his face met with concrete, here we have Sugiri talking to Sosuke. If you pick this specific post to get strong, you're under my wing. So if you think that you can become a cross paladin with that relaxed approach, you're fucking hilarious. As Sugiri is saying to himself that he's going to finish it right here and right now, we're having a trip down memory lane of Nihon when he was younger with Jack being friends. Him not hurt nobody. He say he'll never hurt nobody, and he's always been a nice person. While Nihon is out here clinching on Sugiri's leg, begging and pleading for him to not kill fucking Jack. Jack is looking at this shit completely like hurt because Nihon is all fucked up. And then Buddy Sugiri is not having it right now. He's like, look, bro, Buddy must have brainwashed you or some shit like that, but my dude, like, this is not no regular fucking this is a demon lord. As Nihon is like begging and pleading, we see this ominous look of fucking Jack as fucking Sugiri is telling him that shit, I might as well eliminate you. It's not off my record. That's when out of nowhere I'm seeing a fucking facepalm, like a facepalm attack to Sugiri, and sending him packing through like a fucking building. Sosuke shouts the cross paladin's name as Tsurigi comes out, sneezing the blood out. Finally awaited Jack's original form. And then we get this ominous fucking look, the original form of the demon lord of Jack Joe beyond. Fuck, I forgot his last part, but this is Jack Joe's original form, his official form. But he looked badass as fuck. As Tsurigi is excited to the fact that he gets to fight a demon lord, fucking Jack is raged out, and fucking what's his name again? Sosuke is looking at this as utter concern. Jack created an energy ball ready to attack Tsurigi, while Sosuke grabbed Nihon out the way to make sure that he's been protected. Tsurigi pulls out his tattoo shit called Blade Runner, and he created like a light sword, like a Kizaru sword, whatever. And while Nihon is looking at this shit screaming no, before these two can interact with each other, that's when my boy Kiyoshi came in right in time to intersect right between these two, pulling out the sun shield. I think it's called the Sunshine Athena, and he just straight up just grabbed the sword off of fucking Tsurigi, stopping both attacks at the same time. As he apologized for being late to the situation, he said everything's gonna be okay because he knows Buddy's right here to stop this bullshit. And that is the end of chapter 6 of Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi. What do y'all think? Comment down below and make sure you stay tuned for the review of 7 and 8.